Losers, your team is awful. Live from the west side of Weston County, this is SmackTalk.
Well, I want to welcome you to this week's edition of SmackTalk Live. I am your host, Johnny, the Irresistible Stardust. This week I'm outside because I'm going to be honest. I had to get some fresh air after watching my Smackers play fantasy football this weekend. I tell you what, I don't know what's wrong with them. I am searching the waiver wire and there is nothing, let me say it again, nothing to grab off the waiver wire. So at this point, I need fresh air. First, let me start off this week. I'm going to be talking about a couple of teams that I don't normally talk about. They are the non-existent teams in our league. And so today I want to first start off with the Bruce's Bruisers. Now, let me first say they were the only Central Division team to take home a win this week. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Because Central Division, you pooped it up pretty bad this week, and I'm a little upset at the performance that the Central Division dealt with and that they dished out this week. So I want to give kudos to where kudos is due to the West Division. They did very well, but this will be the last week that they will do very well. If you have not noticed, the Central Division projections for Week 5 is big. And so I am predicting after a lull in the Central Division that they will come out on top. Second, let me talk about Bruce's Bruisers. They just are going along their way doing their thing. You really can't tell if they're a good team or a bad team, but every now and then they will get the job done. I want to say congratulations to Coach Bruce of the Bruce's Bruisers. I next want to talk about his little child there in the household, Coach Bruce, with the Mighty Midgets. Now let me tell you, this team has really impressed me, and although they went down a week or so ago, they are back on the winning track. Good job, I want to say, to little Coach Bruce of the Midgets. The next team I want to talk about, and we kind of talked about them a little earlier with my youngster that introduced the show today, and that is the Swine Slammers, and they are officially our Cellar Dweller of the Week. I don't see any time in the near future that they will ever come out of the dungeon, the low life. They are all of that. And let me just say, Swine Slammers, you continue to be awful. And because of that, you get the bye week award this week. Another team that we are finally getting to see the true colors is Rebuilding Year. Again, I'm going to give them a bye week award because just as Madam Marushka said, I definitely believe they peaked on week 1. And let me tell you, one more team I want to talk about this week is Risky Cheese. I cannot figure out what is going on with the Risky Cheese. This week, he is sending my Smackers all kinds of trade requests that I mean are absolutely awful. I would not trade my dog for the people that he is suggesting that I trade with. Risky Cheese, would you please go back in your hole and just stop sending out these hideous trade offers? I have also heard that there is another coach that tends to send out hideous trade offers, and that is Coach Johnny with the Soggy Bottom Boys. Johnny, your team is just flat out awful. And from week to week, you get a little surge, but at the end of the week, looking at your team, you need to trade. And let me tell you, the rest of you people out there in Fantasyland, y'all are doing okay. But this week, like I said, I'm not even going to mess with the Central Division numbers this week because it really wasn't worth talking about. That's all I got this week. Y'all stay tuned to next week because we'll be back up and running. And hey, let the smack flow.